Well, Nebraska and Colorado came to an agreement more than 100 years ago regarding water, leading to the South Platte River Compact. Now, Nebraska is alleging Colorado isn't holding up their end of the deal.
And that's right. Attorney General Mike Hilgers is taking the issue all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. Our Local 4's Ian Mason gives us a closer look at the century-old agreement.
I'm here at the Platte River. The water behind me is a major source of life for Nebraska. It's needed for farming as well as to support the people who live in the state. But according to Governor Jim Pillen and Attorney General Mike Hilgers, the right to our usage of that water is in danger. In the early 1900s, Nebraska and Colorado were fighting over water rights. Eventually, an agreement was reached in 1923.
It was a different world in the 1920s, and their forecasts for the future were based on the technology that they had available at the time, and so they didn't think that this was going to be a problem at all.
The agreement stated that from April to mid-October, or irrigation season, Nebraska is entitled to at least 120 cubic feet per second of water from the South Platte River. In the event that amount isn't met, Colorado would have to lower their water usage. And during the off-season, Colorado can use as much of the South Platte River as they want. However, the amount of water that Nebraska could receive during its season would be increased in the event that a canal is built into a reservoir in Perkins County, an idea that goes back to the 1880s.
Colorado didn't view giving Nebraska a right to water in the lower part of the river as being something that would ever be a problem for Colorado.
The project sat for almost 100 years, and over that time, technology advanced and times changed.
The thing that changed, though, in the 1920s and the end of the 1940s and 50s was groundwater pumping.
This had left both sides with high water usage and less of the liquid to go around. Former Governor Pete Ricketts announced the plan to build the Perkins County Canal in order to secure more of that water for Nebraskans. The state offered northeastern Colorado landowners money with the threat of eminent domain, but that's when Colorado's government stepped in to stop Nebraska from acquiring the land.
Now, if Colorado were faced with the question of whether it would want to ensure a particular amount of water to Nebraska, it'd probably say no. Because it would be much more costly for it to do so.
This has created tension between the two states, and that's where we find ourselves right now. Reporting in Alda, Ian Mason, Local 4 News.